Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
All right, so our 24-hour temperature cast starts us way up in the 70s, likely tops out someplace in the low to mid 80s, and does it all again tomorrow. The reason for all this, so many clouds, so much moisture out there. You need drier air to get those temperatures moving a little bit more. The bright side is we're not talking 90s for highs, but we're at that point in September where, you know, we should be seeing 60s for the morning temperatures. I'm not going to see any of those anytime soon. Got flood watches for a lot of our coastal areas through Jefferson County, Madison County, Lafayette County, and around into parts of the Big Bend. This is all because we are expecting some significant amounts of rain over the next couple of days. Add to all the rain that we've already had this summer, and we're going to be able to aggravate some of those flooding concerns. So we'll keep our eyes on that for the next 3 days and give you updates as any flooding, if any flooding happens. What we're looking at over the past few hours is some showers lifting from south to north. These are right now mostly in our coastal counties. We're talking Taylor and Dixie and Franklin, but I do think some of these are going to find some more areas to the north as we go through the morning, and more scattered showers are in the forecast on and off throughout the day today. Showers are those 15 or 30 or 45-minute downpour and done type rains that fall in select spots and then move on. Different than the rains or the periods of rain I'm expecting for us to get tomorrow and Saturday and maybe Sunday, where it rains over a larger area for a longer period of time. And that's what will really aggravate some of those flooding concerns. Now, our numbers this morning, we got a 77 in Tallahassee, a 76 in Perry, a 75 in Valdosta. We should be around 70 for a normal morning low. I don't see a lot of wind out there, but that breeze is going to turn a little bit more towards the east and maybe even southeast to keep bringing in all kinds of warm and humid. So far, so good with the visibilities, pretty much all better than 5 miles. So not super foggy. Here's what it looks like on the bigger picture. We can see most of the activity offshore to our south and definitely down for parts of Dixie County and points farther south from there. That's where the bigger rains are falling right now. And I think it's eastern areas that have the best shots for the most showers today. We've got this area of low pressure out here to the west that is just being pushed all the way down into the northern Gulf. We are going to have this conveyor belt set up not only to scoop in all the moisture at the surface, but it's going to help to steer all this energy right on top of our part of the southeast. And that's what will do the ringing to get the showers and the rains out of the clouds. And the longer that lingers and where that sets up shop over the next couple of days makes a big difference on what kind of rainfall amounts we're looking at. Would not surprise me at all to see some spots get more than 6 inches worth of rain over the next 3 days. Would also not surprise me at all to see some spots that barely get 1 inch over the next few days. So it's all going to depend on where the rain is falling and when, and how long of a duration we get those periods of rain, and we'll know more as we go through the next couple of days. Now on the Futurecast for today, it's a lot more of those scattered showers, those 30 or 45-minute downpour and done type rains, and then we're going to find them at times this afternoon, probably cutting off a little bit tonight. We get to tomorrow, and even early tomorrow, I think we can start seeing some of those periods of rain, but even better chances for that will be in the afternoon and evening hours, which is no good for all the outdoor activities set up for Friday night. Same on Saturday. I think it's going to be those periods of rain that sort of repeat themselves and in the same locations for most of Saturday and into Sunday, also adding into that possible flooding concern. So that's what we're dealing with around here. Let's talk about what's going on out across the tropics, because there's a lot of activity out there too. Got 4 circles. The yellow one coming off the coast of Africa in the baby stages. This red one here in the middle of the Atlantic is that one that we were watching come off Africa a couple of days ago. It's getting a little bit better organized and a little better developed as it moves north into the Atlantic. Doesn't look like it's going to be anything we ever have to worry about, but it could become our next classified system, and soon. Hurricane Danielle still up there, but about at the end of its life cycle. And then we'll talk about Earl. That gets closer and closer to Bermuda and looks pretty impressive on the satellite presentation. A Category 2 storm right now with winds at 105 miles per hour. Could get all the way up to Category 4. I think early tomorrow morning should be passing east enough of Bermuda to avoid direct impacts, but there's going to be wind and rain over there too. And then eventually this will fizzle out over those cooler waters of the North Atlantic, not near any other land areas. So Bermuda, the one land spot that we're keeping an eye on for Earl. Northeast winds that shift southeast on the Gulf, 8 to 18, seas 2 to 4 feet. Not a great setup for the boaters, and it's going to be a not great setup for the boaters for the next 3 or 4 days. 70s and muggy this morning. I'll put the rain chances like 60%, highest of course near the coast. This afternoon more like a 70% chance. Today we're talking showers, so they come, they go, they move on, and in small select spots. Top temperatures low to mid 80s. Tonight, cloudy, muggy, some lingering showers, but more cutting off the rain for a little while tonight and then bringing it all back with those periods of rain slower and steadier over larger areas on Friday, on Saturday, and on Sunday.